I'm Phoebe.
I'm Rejoice.
And I'm Naomi.
Girls Talk is going to be us discussing some big topics that we think are really important that maybe don't get discussed enough in society. So how we're going to do it, there'll be a topic in here with a few questions, we're going to pull one out each and we're going to discuss it between us. We've got our biscuits, we've got our brews and we're ready to go.
What beauty standard or trend is the most damaging?
If you have a certain diet or anything like that, that doesn't contribute to what your body actually looks like. That's completely different, especially with social media and things like that. Everyone's just looking at the perfect body, but it's just capitalism. They're just trying to mark it off. Diet pills and surgical enhancements. And if these things aren't attainable, these aren't real. What you see on social media is airbrushed and photoshopped, especially celebrities and things like that. They have personal chefs and personal trainers, and they have surgeons that have to look like that. So what you think is natural and what you think is like, oh, I want that body, it's unattainable, and then that's what's big these days, and that's what everyone's trying to market off.
Perfect body changes through the years.
Exactly, it's a trend.
When you think of like Renaissance women, they were bigger, and that was seen as better because it meant that they had more money. If you were thin, you were poor. And then it changed, and then like sort of the 90s, they liked quite sort of skeletal women. It was to be thin or athletic.
Quite a negative thing anyway, if you think of models and what they've had to do to stay so skinny. And that's become normal. It disgustingly has become normal. And then how do you backtrack all these young girls or young boys to try and be like, oh well, this is the perfect body that you need to be, when like you say, it doesn't exist.
I think all just beauty trends, just that in itself is just damaging, because it really makes you skew away from appreciating who you are and appreciating your own assets and how like you have been like wonderfully made. The world needs you, and the world needs you to look the way you look, because you're beautiful.
It'd be really boring if everyone looked the same. I feel like there'll be no individuality. There's no one to be like, that's you, or like that's Naomi, and that's Rejoice. It'll be like, okay, you're just copying that person. You're just an imitation.
That's just a trend. That is like a thing, though, isn't it? They come out and they're like, it looks great when people do it and stuff, but then you end up with young girls that kind of want to do it, and then maybe their mum says, no, you're not allowed to dye your hair because you're not old enough, and suddenly they're getting bullied at school because they're the only kid that hasn't got this trend.
They don't belong anymore. It's like,
it's better to blend in with the crowd and be average than to stick out, especially in high school.
Why are they even standards in the first place?
Who's come up with them?
The
media has come up with them, that's
because
who.
they want to sell products.
These days it's all about appeasing other people and seeing what other people's opinions are of yourself opposed to what you think of yourself. What you surround yourself with definitely impacts you as well. Like, don't necessarily listen to the opinions of the people. Like, if they want to get things done, and if that makes something, then great. But then don't subject yourself to those standards as well. Like, really question everything you see, because there's no point following the crowd blindly and just then hating it afterwards and regretting it.
You take on one thing and suddenly it changes again. And you look at these celebrities and you think, well, of course they've got loads of money, they can afford to keep up with these changes, but you buy one amazing coat that's in vogue, a week later that coat's out, that's gone.
Not nice anymore.
And you're just left with this coat thinking, I don't want to wear this now.
The beauty standard sometimes is thinking like, if I look like that, then I'll be happy.
Yeah.
But the truth is, even if you did look like that, you won't.
And there's always
the people who
else.
do look like that, some of them are not happy.
Exactly.
And the only way you'll be happy is once you can learn to be content in who you are and appreciate and love everything that's going on here.
Okay, what tips do we have for a healthy relationship with our bodies?
As you said, dress for your body. Don't let your mind rule it, because there are days when you look in the mirror and think, surely that's not me,
Yeah, exactly.
And that's your mind obscuring what you see, because the mirror's not going to show you different things. You haven't gained weight in a day. You haven't gained a large amount of weight in a day where you can noticeably see it in the mirror. So even if it looks different than yesterday, it's fine.
Don't follow every trend. They're not all good. They're not all great. Like, it's okay to find one little piece that suits you, but I feel like it's a really good quote by Chanel. It's like, fashion comes and goes, style remains. So find what your style is and what you like, and then fit you around that trend. Don't follow the trend to make it follow you. You know what I mean?
And there's always someone out there looking up to you thinking she looks great, and even if you might not feel like it.
I think two things for me that really help. Firstly is like intuitively eating. It's basically all about being mindful about what you're putting into your body. What do I feel like my body needs right now? There's times when all I feel like eating is a bunch of fruit and because I just want to feel refreshed. Sometimes your body's just craving pasta or carbs. Eat and the second one as well that really helped me, follow people on social media that have a similar body type to myself. Followed a bunch of people who are like mid-size and like my body shape, and suddenly I just feel so awesome about myself because I'm looking at all these different cool outfits that they're wearing,
and they look fab,
and they look amazing. They look so just
beautiful models as well.
Literally. And I was like, why the heck did I ever feel down about how I look? Because these guys look so great.
It comes with age. It definitely comes with age. It takes time to get there. Like Joy said, it's definitely about representation. What you see in the media, how you see someone with the same body size as you, you're like, oh, she's wearing that outfit and it looks absolutely amazing. I can do that as well. And it's following positive social media influencers can positively impact you.
It's even the same with subcultures and stuff, like, you know, your music cultures, you know, punk scenes and stuff like that. You know, obviously it all depends on your friends as well and your influences, but, you know, don't be afraid to wear something because you think, oh, that's ace, like, I'll wear that. You know, I'm influenced by a music taste or a fashion sense of that sort. So don't be too scared to branch out with that. It all comes from kind of knowing you.
But when you go look at flowers, there's so many different types of flowers, and they're all so beautiful. And a rose shouldn't try and be a tulip, and a tulip shouldn't try and be a rose. So like, just, you know, just enjoy the type of special flower that you are.
And everyone picks a different flower.
Yeah, and everyone picks a different flower.
We're not all going for the same one.
That wraps up Girls Talk. So thanks for joining us and watching today, and stay tuned for next video.